So Kyle, I'm Andrew Eddy. I'm from a little place called Toowoomba in Australia, which is about halfway up the east coast and inland a bit. I wear and have worn many hats in the Joomla project. The current one I wear at the moment is I'm on the Joomla leadership team. I'm also an active member of the Joomla Bug Squad. And for the coming up on the past year, I've been doing 2 days a week paid work for the project as well. Yeah, well, back in the Mando days when we had the benevolent dictator, I used to wear that hat, you know, the names have changed over time, development coordinators and that sort of things, and sometimes I've enjoyed retirement as just a community developer, which are great times to have from now every so often. So yeah. We could never have imagined the scale to which whatever we were going to create after we forked would rise to. Like, we thought Mambo was big when we left, and now it's orders of magnitude bigger in market share, in the number of people involved, in the community, the number of events that have taken place, the number of people contributing directly and actively contributing to development, and then development spawned out into all of the community-related things. We've got, you know, shops and resource directories, and you know, of course, the JED launch. Nobody could have predicted how amazingly successful that was going to be. So yeah, we could never have guessed how amazing this thing called Joomla would have become. When we started, it's interesting because it's the mentality of how you got involved in the project has really changed, because the people that did all the work were in fact the core team, and this came from the Mambo days. You know, we had a group of 19 people, and those were the people that were actually producing the code, the documentation, all of that sort of stuff. We had there was a shell on the outside, the forum moderators and a few other people, but that was it. You know, it was we started out with a very small group of people, sort of being the engine to this rather large thing that we're trying to push along. I mean, hindsight's 20/20, and when you're at ground zero, you sort of don't see where you're at. But certainly in hindsight, we set up structures that made it terribly difficult for new people to come in. Like, we had a closed core when we left Mambo. You can't grow a big community. So over the years, we've looked at that and re-looked at that and re-looked at it again. Every year, we sort of strip down barriers and make changes to make it easier for people to come in, but not only for people to come in, but people to come out, and they can have seasons. As you know, it might be 1 day, 1 month, or we have a few people that just sort of never leave. And, you know, Jean-Marie and I have a hard time actually getting out of things, but yeah. So we've made a lot of changes over the years, and that comes with. That's really a scaling problem, or a scaling issue. When we forked, you know, 19 people could sort of run the whole show, whereas now, you know, 19 people is just that's one. You know, the PLT is half of that, so you know, it's really changed. most exciting thing now, and ever since they started, were events like these that we're at today. The Joomla Day phenomenon, I think, is moderately unique in its breadth within the project. Like, the other things in the development world have their major conference every year or twice a year or something like that, and we have parties all year long. It's just we've got a wonderful ethos for wanting to come together. So Joomla Days to me are the highlights of my year. Actually getting a new release out is pretty cool too, but it's the people and it's meeting the people that are the most exciting. The thing I'd probably like to leave you with, if you've never, as I said before, one of the most important things I think you can do in the Joomla community is meet other people in the Joomla community. And if you're not in a Joomla user group, go find one. If the distance is a bit far, well, I travel 2 hours, so if you're a bit further than that, I'll let you off the hook, but I'd really encourage people to hook up with a user group and at least get to one of these days once a year or every second year, because you put the Twitter icons to the faces and the voices, and I think you said the other day, these are just all wonderful people. I mean, we get a little bit passionate about our soapbox, but it's just everyone just wants to do wonderful things with Joomla and be a part of what's become a worldwide phenomenon.